guess welcome to a magazine style episode number 42 of Life, the Universe and Everything. It's about, I don't know, 20 past 8 on Saturday morning and I'm here sitting in a churchyard because of course I am. No, I'm sitting here while I'm waiting for the bus. The bus isn't until 8:50 and I'm going to have me Greg's while I'm waiting and just basically do the intro to the video. I don't really know what I'm going to be doing today, but interspersed in this video, this is going to be like a magazine one. There'll be bits that I recorded sort of like 2 o'clock this morning or something on my MIYO Linux as a kind of response to Dan's video that he put up about the Yad colour picker, which is neat. Yeah, I'm heading off to Rushden, but I don't know if I'm going to go to the lakes first by getting off at Earthlinborough Cross and walking across the valley to do it. I do like to do that, and since I'm leaving early enough this time, I'll be able to do that. The main point of the visit is to go and see me mum, because I haven't seen her in a few weeks, and that's if she's in. She don't know I'm coming. She might be out carousing as she does. She doesn't, bless her. But yeah, just to update her on recent news and things like that. But also want to have a look for second-hand vinyl in the charity shops of Rushden and possibly Higham Ferrers. Depends where I choose to get off. I'll probably be getting off, like I say, I'll probably be getting off at the Earthlinborough Cross and then walk across the valley to the lakes and then walk into Rushden from there. Or I might just stay on, or I might get off at Higham Ferrers. I don't know yet. Depends how the bus ride goes. So I'm sitting here with my bacon and sausage baguette, ready to tuck in, watching the squirrels. I absolutely love it here because it's really peaceful. And I love watching the squirrels and the pigeons. It's nice. Oh, by the way, I will be taking my litter home with me. Well, at least to a bin. I will not litter this place. I love it too much. So I decided to get off in Higham Ferrers just because I love the place so much. All these lovely elderberries. I don't really see them in any great quantities anywhere else. Now, yeah, so this is the castle field. These logs, gifted by Ground Control Limited, these are all that remains of one of the big trees that they had to kill, chop down and repurpose for the making of the giant bloody roundabout between Higham Ferrers and Earthlinborough and Findon. Now, like this, I mean, the reason I got off here is because this is my hometown and I absolutely love it, and I really wish I was still here. I really wish I was still here. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about this field and this street. This is Kimbolton Road. It goes all the way to Kimbolton, even though you have to get around the bypass which goes around the back of Higham, as well as the one that goes around the front of Higham now. If you can see in the video, a little post box probably under the right hand side of that tree and the far side of the road. That building there used to be where I'd go and get my hair cut. That used to be a barber's. A little bit further up there'll be somewhere you can get bicycle parts from and sweets and all sorts of things, because you could sell pretty much everything in your shop at the time. I remember getting Lucozade from the barbers, big glass bottles covered in orange cellophane. This, of course, is the castle field, which I've told you about on other occasions. This is where the fairground would be. Wow! No, that way, that way. the fairground would be, and on the odd occasions that a little tiny circus would come here. But that, what? I'm not going to throw it for you. I'm not going to. Look, take it to your dad. Look at your dad. Look at your dad. Go on. So yeah, so this is just a little side thing. I'm updating my upstairs install of MIYO Salute Semplice. As you can see, there's the date, 20th of August. It's 4:57 AM. And the reason of this is this machine was up for 7 hours basically. I have it on overnight while I'm watching videos on YouTube and films off the hard drive and everything. And it is running Dan's wonderful MIYO Salute Semplice. Still, it's been on there for an awful long time. It's the only one of my machines with spinning rust still, but I need that for the storage. For those that don't know, Linux is an alternative operating system that completely replaces Windows or Mac OS. You can install it on your machine via various ways. So it's an alternative operating system, and it differs in a lot of ways. One, not least in fact, the most strongest position of it is, being as very few people use Linux, it is not targeted so much by hackers and people who write malicious software. Windows and iOS, as has recently been evidenced, are bigger targets because they've got so many more people use it. You write a bit of malicious software for one of those operating systems, you're taking the world hostage. You write it for Linux, you're taking about 3,000 people with beards hostage over the whole globe. That's pretty much it. So that's the strength of using Linux. How does it differ? Well, you can't just install stuff straight off the internet. Well, you can, but it's not advised. You basically install all your software from a curated, by the distribution creators, a curated repository of software that they have tried and tested that works with their operating system. And in the main, this used to be pretty bad. You used to get into all sorts of problems with file dependencies, library files that shared amongst different things. Not anymore. At least I haven't had that. And I've been using Linux now since 2008. So I've been using it for 14 years. And do you know what? Now I would much rather be using Linux than Microsoft Windows, than Mac OS. So anyway, this is about YAD. Something that Dan, the creator of this version of Linux, this respin of Dev1, brought out. He mentions the built-in color picker on this operating system using YAD. So this is his file. This is his video, and I won't show all of it because all you really need to do is look at this bit that's coming up. So yeah. Run command. So yeah, you basically run the command which opens the command thing at the top there, and then you type YAD -- color, and you get this YAD color picker. Click the syringe and then click anywhere on the desktop and it will pick up exactly what the color is. Boom, there you go. There's the red from the YouTube logo. Nice. Click the color picker again. Oh, I don't know. What do we go for this time? The black of the all thing. There it is. See what I mean? So it's a pretty useful thing. It can only be invoked from the run program thing. How about this off-white color from the Ghost? Turns out it's a real pale green. Anyway, so yes. Really pleased to see that, and thank you very much, Dan. Wham bam, thank you, Dan. Nice one. Cheers, chap. To commemorate the coronation of Edward VII. This oak was planted by the Mayoress, Mrs. Owen Parker, August 9th, 1902. It ain't grown much in 120 years. Does that look like a 120-year-old oak? Looks like a poorly oak. It's probably suffering from the dry weather, isn't it? It don't look 120 years old to me. Anyway, let's get on with things. So that's the site you don't often see. It's the outside wall of Chichili College and Garden with the gates open. Look at that. Pleased to see. And they've spent some money on sealing off and capping off the top of the wall there, because it was getting a lot of damage from water, and like the water getting in and freezing and cracking it open and splitting it off. And I'm really, really glad that they've taken the time and spent the money to stop that from happening. That's brilliant. I would take you in there, but I've already took you in there, so there's not a lot of point today. So yeah, my hometown got its first charter in 1250 something. Oh my god, look, we've got these little bloody robot things. To hell with you. Cold as well now, isn't it? Yeah, first charter in about 1250. Am I going to go up the Greenway to Royston? I don't think so. Now that was the Methodist chapel. It probably still is. I think it is. It nearly went. It was nearly demolished. They pulled down most of it except for this frontage. There was extensive further rooms out the back there. And they got rid of the steps. These steps would go all the way up. These ones would go all the way up to the main door. And in there, my mother would drop me off for toddlers club so that she could get about her day without having to worry about what the little brats were doing. I mean, me and my brother and my sister. And that is also where I was christened. Yes, I was christened. I am not the spawn of Satan. What I was originally going to say is about the town got its charter, and I think when I was growing up here in the 70s and 80s, I remember being told that Higham Ferrers was England's smallest town and that Royston was England's largest village, or something along those lines. But there was also, if you can hear me over the bloody wind, I was also given to understand that Higham Ferrers, and when you addressed a letter to someone in Higham Ferrers, you put Borough of Wellingborough. So we were a borough of Wellingborough. And my God, look how signs degrade. I remember that going up. I now stood opposite where my mate Graham Wright used to live. We would sit in that top bit window there at the eve end, where there's the two narrow windows. We'd sit there listening to crash records and drinking his mum's red wine. One of them boxes, between two of us we'd drain it and it'd be all gone. And we'd be absolutely wank and then told off. And that used to be a working men's club, Unity House. Now it's an emporium of collectibles. Whoa, that's quite cool. I bet it's quite voluminous in there. Records, eh? Records. What about the records? Let's see if we get any. I'll speak to you again from Hall Park. How about that? So typically the wind's going to be blowing into the microphone, but here I am in Hall Park in Royston. Beautiful park. Just been to see my mum and my stepdad. It's been great. I met him walking round the park anyway. As for records going, yeah, I got some. So I got 3 albums, cost me the grand total of 26 quid. I don't know what's going on in there, but we've got a bit of pulp playing. So anyway, I got a Loop album, I got a Laura Branigan album, and I got Double Fantasy by John Lennon Yoko Ono, which is stuff that I used to play when I previously had a record player. So anyway, I'm going to sign off now because folk are about. It's not Party in the Park, is it, or something? Some kind of covers band. I bet beetroot are here. I might stick my nose in, see what's on. So that's what it is. They got some stools and a covers band, and it's quite nice. But I've got plans. Wind's blowing on the mic again. It's been mission accomplished in all respects, but coming back to Higham's always weird for me, because all my memories are here, all my growing up was here, all my school was here, all my mates were here. But every time I come back, it's like when I went back to Kettering. It's as though there's been a flood washed through the place and washed away everyone I ever knew here. It's a familiar town full of strangers. Heartbreaking, really. Well, here's hoping the bus turns up. Bloody bus never turned up, so I've got to wait another hour. So what do? Do I go and have another couple of pints? What do I do? Do I go down there and do I go to the Green Dragon and have a couple there? What do I do? So I opted for a cheese sarnie and a bottle of orange juice instead. And I'm waiting patiently, hoping the next bus is actually going to turn up. I got here a good 10 minutes early. Because even though the pub I was at previously was right next to the bus stop, I saw nothing go through. So we'll see what happens. Come on, stagecoach, sort your arse out. Please. Kill it with fucking fire. These are worse than boy scooters. Look at that. They walk among us. I would like nothing better than to see someone run that fucker over. And I like technology, just not that technology, alright. Yeah, so yeah, I'm back now, and these were the albums. So we've got Laura Branigan's Self-Control album, we've got John Lennon Yoko Ono Double Fantasy from 1980 on Geffen, and we've got the incredible Loop first album, which I remember buying. So that was a real coup. I managed to pick that one up for 12 quid. The others were much cheaper, but fuck me. That vinyl's expensive these days, isn't it? Even the old stuff. But I'll tell you what, it might be expensive second-hand, but generally speaking, they're very good quality vinyl inside these cases. So, yeah, plays like new. How about that? Signing off. Bye.